Hi, welcome to another Tuesday with Theresa. I am Theresa Paul, Senior Executive Unit Leader with AVON. Today is Tuesday, I don't know what it is, May 29th. Is that it? And thanks for stopping by. I have my notes here because I almost didn't even get up this morning. Well, I got up and laid back down. But we're going to try and see if we can get through this. I hope everyone had a great Memorial Day weekend. I know a lot of us were doing events. We had our tables set up at fairs, you know, some holiday gatherings. A lot of us, you know, had family and friends over. We with our barbecues and everything. And no matter what you did, I'm sure that somehow, some way, AVON was worked into the conversation. Just seeing some of the posts in some of the groups, people talking about bringing some of their products or their brochures and getting orders and, you know, selling some of their inventory, their bug guard and everything. So I'm sure that it was a great productive weekend as well as relaxing and fun for everybody. Oh, wait, hang on. Don't go away. I don't know if I'm going to edit this, so wait. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I forgot to get stuff here. I told you, I don't know what was with me this morning, but I just could not get up. I was, you know what, I'll tell you what it was. I slept half the afternoon yesterday. I was like on and off dozing on the couch, and so then last night I didn't sleep so well, so now I'm just going to be a mess today. So anyway, so I know that many of us have been to our PRP, our President's Club Recognition Program gala events this past week or so, and I know that if you haven't been yet, a lot of you are going to be attending them coming up soon. So I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. I didn't attend any luncheons or dinners for like the first 8 years I was selling. I was President's Club, I just didn't go. I had the kids, it was too much. I wasn't going to get back by the time they got off the bus, and then I was working, and then, you know, I didn't want to use my days off for things like that. So it just never fit into my schedule, and I didn't go, and I kind of didn't know what I was really missing out on. But it's really exciting to go and see the numbers, especially if you're kind of new at this, to see the potential, to see what other representatives are doing, and to see what you could possibly do with your business as well. It's just so amazing, you know. So I did go to the first dinner, you know, I was like 8 years in. I think that was the first year I made Rose Circle. Had a really good increase. I didn't realize I was getting awards, though. My husband went with me, and I can't even remember what I took home, but like number 3 in the district. There was increase awards. It was great, customer service awards. It was kind of not so great, like standing on the stage with some of these other women that had been, you know, the top in the district for quite some time. They didn't know who I was. Who's this young thing coming up here, you know, like pushing us out of our spots. But it was kind of funny. We're all friends now. It was just kind of like, who are you? It's just really amazing to see things like that, to see the numbers, to see what's possible. You know, sharing success stories and having dinner with the top representatives and everything. It was great. And that was about the time I really was talking about quitting my job and doing this full time. And, you know, we were talking to other couples and husbands that were there too. And, you know, it was just great support. So if you get a chance to go to your PRP dinners, don't just think, oh, it's not really anything that's going to help me, or I don't know anybody, you know, go. It's a great way to network and to have some fun. So, you know, celebrate your success. You earned it. Our team took home quite a few trophies. It's really cool. Like, you know, in the past when I was building my team, it was all like a lot of my sales and a lot of, you know, growth and everything. And I don't do so much with sales now, but my downline received a lot of awards. Lori and Kelly and Rosa and Lisa and Annabelle. Like, everybody was taking home, you know, these trophies. And some of them it was unexpected, so it was kind of cool to see their excitement when their names were called. But and a lot of the girls on our team haven't had their dinners yet, so I can't wait to hear some of the stories and see the pictures and everything on Facebook too of what you guys are going to get. But these are kind of cool. I got number 2 in the district for sales volume, and this year it's dropping I don't want to sell as much. I did, the past however many years, 10, 12 years at President's Club, or President's Council, and McConnell Club. I've been at $85,000 to $112,000 a year in sales every year. And so I cut that back. I don't even know what I had this year, but it wasn't, definitely not number one. It was still number two, which is cool, but next year I might not even be number three. So this might be my last sales volume for district trophies. But my other two were for leadership for the team. And I got number one in district for total unit sales, which our team had over $2 million, over $2 million, yay, in total unit sales. And the other one was number one in district for total unit sales increase. So that was cool. And although, this was kind of a rough year, a lot of teams and everything were struggling, so I didn't get a division award for that this year. Rosa did. I think she was number 3 in the division for total unit sales increase for her team, so that was cool. And Laurie did get some too. They're in different districts than I am. We were all at the same dinner. But what's really cool is that our team had, and I don't know where we ranked, but we're the top 25 in the nation in total unit sales increase. I don't know where in that 25 we are. I'll find that out when we go to Puerto Rico next month. So I'm a little excited about that because that's the first time that that we've had an increase to rank in the top, so that I could bring a free guest on the trip for that. So that's exciting, and I'll let you know from Puerto Rico where we ranked. But we did have an increase this year. So not that we didn't have an increase before, it's just that this was, I guess, kind of a really tough year, and a lot of teams weren't having increases. So we did, and that's a good thing. So hopefully this next coming year, the cycle we're in now, won't be as rough, and everybody will have increases, and we'll all be celebrating. And if you haven't made it to President's Club yet, take advantage of the triple award sales and get there. Well, that's not it either. I thought I was so together with everything. Hang on one second here. I used my brochures that were sitting here. You're probably looking at my back, sitting bent over here. You didn't see my backside, did you? Okay. Well, that's not it either. Now, what the heck did I do? 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is what I'm going to tell you. Forget it. I was looking for a brochure, but I got this. So take advantage of the triple award sales coming with the power plays, because these things are going to help you get to President's Club quicker, faster, and make sure you're there for the cycle. So in campaign 13, the new reversalist products, I think everything except the cleanser and then a new reversalist line is going to be triple award sales. So introduce these to your customers. Get your customers trying them. Buying them. If you know that you have customers that will use them, buy the stock up, and if you can afford it, don't do it if you can't afford it, but you'll have it when the customer needs more to replenish. You'll have it on hand. You got triple award sales for it. Or if you do a special, I know we're already into 13, but if you decided to do a special, like you buy it and you get a $5 coupon for your future purchase, then you'll have that in stock. They'll redeem the coupon and you'll know that you'll sell it. Not suggesting by any means if you can't afford it, don't take a stock up. But that's just an idea if you're trying to hit the levels and you want to be there. There's a couple more products coming up that are going to be on the triple power play. One is the Dark Circle, the Dark Circle eye cream. And the other one is another fragrance, and I can't remember what campaigns they are because, of course, I don't have anything near me, and that's in the next room, and I'm not even going in there. Forget it. I'm a mess, sorry. But make sure you take advantage of those things to help you get to President's Club, because we have till campaign 26 to get there, okay? So what else? The perks of President's Club, they're well worth it. You're making more money. You're getting 25% instead of 20%. On the fixed earnings items. You'll get 25% instead of 20% on the direct delivery orders. You will get to order 3 demos instead of 1. You'll get the 800 number for customer service, which means you'll be dialing somebody in the U.S. instead of overseas. You'll get the Mrs. Albee doll. You'll get invited to the dinners. You'll be making more money. So the number of representatives is down nationally. And you guys, you know, there's a big push recruiting and candidates and everything. We're trying to get the numbers back up, representatives, but the number of reps are down nationally. So what does that mean for you? It means there's more customers that aren't being serviced, okay, that don't have a representative. So go out there and find them. They need their AVON. They need their face cream. They need their bug guard. They need their footworks. Go find those customers. What else? Let's talk about your fears. You want more customers. You want more sales. You want more recruits. What's holding you back? What's holding you back? Are you afraid to try? Are you afraid to step outside your comfort zone? I like this quote, Eleanor Roosevelt. Do one thing every day that scares you. You have to really challenge yourself sometimes. You have to, this terrifies me, but you have to do it kind of thing. Just a few years ago, I didn't like my picture taken. I couldn't talk in front of a camera. I couldn't talk in front of a group of people. AVON did an e-representative video promoting the e-rep. They showed it at one of the conferences. Some of you guys know what I'm talking about, but I was invited to go to New York City with a few other representatives, and they had a camera crew, and I was hyperventilating. I was sweating. They were like fanning me trying to shoot this. I was a nervous wreck, but I made myself do it. I was scared. You could ask me to jump out of an airplane. That's how scared I was because I'm afraid of heights. But I did it, and I forced myself to do it. I challenged myself, and now look at me. You can't shut me up. So do one thing every day that scares you. Challenge yourself. Make yourself do it. You will be glad that you did. While you're doing it, you'll be hyperventilating and having anxiety attacks, and someone's going to be calling 911 because they don't know what's going on with you. But make yourself do it. You know what I hear a lot? No one wants to buy no AVON. No one wants any AVON. I gave out books and everyone said no, or everyone slams the door in my face, or not everyone slams the door in your face. You might have had one person do it, but I bet you everyone didn't. And how many books did you give out to get the door slammed in your face? Because I've been doing this 20 years, and I've never had a door slammed in my face, and I like to knock on doors. I've had a few strange things happen. I've had, a few people be rude to me, but that's not my problem. That's theirs. They're nasty. They just got a bad attitude. No one wants to buy no AVON. So what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? What you going to do? Because it's easier to say that no one wants it than it is to go find the customers. You can say, oh, yeah, I can't get anyone to buy anything. Nobody wants it. So then that's an excuse for you to give up. You can say, no, I tried. No one wants it. So then you don't have to go forward. You don't have to, no, it's easier just to say no one wants it. And I've signed up lots of representatives that after a week, they're like, no one wants it. No, I can't get any orders. And I'll ask them, do you have any of the books left that I gave you? Because you had 10 books for the first campaign and you had 10 books from the second campaign. Oh, yeah, I gave out 5 and nobody wants it. Okay, you live in a whole town full of people? Who did you talk to? You know, some people just don't want to do it, and they'll make excuses not to. So that's okay. You can't, for those of you that are leaders, you can't make them do it. You can coach them. You can give them ideas. You can share your thoughts, but you can't get them out there and make them do it. For those representatives that really are trying, that are feeling like they're having a little bit of a struggle, or they're just, keep going. If you've asked 10 people, ask 20. If you ask 20 people, ask 50, because there are people out there that want AVON. I'm finding new customers every campaign. And not just in my area, but I have representatives all over the country that are selling AVON every campaign. So there are people out there that love our products. You just have to find them. So what's holding you back? Is it your fear of looking stupid? Because sometimes we think that, like, I don't want, she's going to ask me questions and I'm not going to know how to answer them. So, You know, maybe, you know, in our heads, sometimes we're our worst enemy. Is it your fear of being told no? You know, oh, what happens if someone tells you no? So you want to set up a table in front of the store, and you know, you've seen other reps doing it, or you've heard of other reps doing it with great success, and you want to do it, you're thinking about doing it, because that could work for you. You know, you could sit outside the store and people could approach your table and talk to you, and you don't have to approach them, so it's not so stressful. You're not so nervous about it. So you go to the store and you wander around and you keep telling yourself, go talk to the manager, go talk to the manager. In your head, you're like, go talk to the manager. But you don't. And you leave the store and instead you go to McDonald's and you sit in the drive-thru at McDonald's and you have your fries and your Coke instead. What just happened? You didn't go talk to the manager. Why? Why did you not go talk to the manager? What were you afraid of? Were you afraid that he was going to tell you no? Because if he tells you no, you're going to feel rejected, right? But he's not really rejecting you. He just doesn't want you and your AVON table set up in front of his store for whatever reason. It's not necessarily that he doesn't want you there. It could be the landlord doesn't allow it. Or if they let you do it, then they'll have to let everybody else do it, and they had a problem with that years ago, or somebody, you know, for whatever reason, they're not telling you no. You're not the one that's being rejected. It's just the idea of you or a table or anybody being in front of their store. So don't be afraid to ask. But is that what you're afraid of? Are you afraid of being told no? Or were you really afraid that he was going to say yes? Were you afraid that he's going to tell you, yeah, you can set up the table in front of the store? Because if he tells you yes, then what? Then you have to set a date, and you have to show up on Saturday, and you have to put the table up, and you have to talk to people, and you have to... Ooh, does that kind of scare you too a little bit? Yeah? I get it. Can't tell now, but was a little shy. So what is holding you back? You're afraid someone's going to tell you no? Or you're afraid someone's going to tell you yes? Even talking to the customers, are you afraid that someone's going to tell you, oh yeah, I love AVON. I need something for my skin though because I have these little splotches and what do I use? And then you're going to be like, I don't know what to tell them. So is that what's holding you back? Is that kind of what you're a little scared of too? Okay, I get it. So what are you going to do about it? Okay, so maybe you're just going to do the easy thing. You're going to get signs and you're going to put them on your car because when you drive down the street, somebody's going to honk and wave and pull you over and say, hey, 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 I need an AVON lady. And we know that happens because we've heard and seen people talk about it. We've seen some representatives on Facebook, you know. Yeah, it happens. Yeah, people do stop you. You've seen Molly talk about it. And that's great, but that's not the only thing Molly did to build her business. Molly didn't just slap signs on her car and drive them around and people stopped her all day long and got their AVON books and placed their orders. It does help your business, but that's not the only thing that's going to help you grow your business. All of my customers didn't come from knocking on doors. A lot of them did, but not all of them. I had to do a lot of different things to get my customer base built up. Just like all of Millie's customers didn't come just from her making her cute little bombitas and handing them out to everybody. There was a lot more to it than that. So we have to get over our fears of a lot of things and get out there and try different things and talk to people. But most of our customers come from talking to people. And it might not be talking to people making that first initial contact, but it's a lot of follow-up too, because even if they call us from a book toss or we left books in a store somewhere, if they call us and they place the order, we still have to call them back to deliver the order, or we drop them off a new book and then we have to call them back to get the order. So a lot of what we do is personal relationships, communicating with people. And I think that that sometimes scares us, you know, the whole process. But we do, there's a lot of things you can do. So again, you know, the book drops, the signs on the car, the bombitas, the, you know, we all build our business doing a million different things. You know, you've seen some of the videos I've done on the different passive ways to do it. You've seen my videos that I've done on just out there, being there, doing it, talking to people. You know, we all do the book drops. We all toss. You talk to the waitress when you leave her the tip or tell her that she offered you good service. Go door to door, wear the t-shirts, have the yard signs, wear the buttons. But whatever you do, you got to do it. You got to do it consistently. Business to business, you know, going into the offices, the doctor's offices, the banks, whatever. Sometimes this is just what we're doing today. We're just going to all the strip malls and we're talking to people in the stores. And what are they going to tell you? No, get out of here. I've gone into places with no soliciting signs. And I just flat out say, does no soliciting mean the Avon lady too? Sometimes they'll say, yes, I'm sorry, it does. And I'll say, okay, thanks, sorry. And other times they'll be like, no, give us a book, give us a book. We just don't want salespeople. They don't necessarily always consider the Avon lady salespeople. So, you know, how many of us started out selling $500 a campaign? Not too many. I know I didn't. I was selling, couldn't get $50 a campaign. I didn't know what I was doing. I quit. I like, this isn't working. I can't do this. But I should have changed what I was doing or added more of what I was doing, but I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have any guidance. I didn't have any idea what I was doing. But I knew that this was a good way to make money because Mrs. Moore, the Avon lady down the street, did it when I was growing up. So I did start again. But, you know, no one wants to buy no Avon. No one wants to buy any Avon. I can't get any sales. No one wants to buy no Avon. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? What is holding you back? Your fear of no, your fear of yes, your fear of looking stupid. Look at me. I'm not even afraid of looking stupid anymore. All right. Think about this. How many of us are happy with our business? How many of us, you know, we're happy with our earnings, we're happy with our downline, the size of our customer base, the size of our downline, the size of our leadership checks, our total sales, our total unit sales. How many of us are really just happy where we are with our business and we're like, okay, I don't need to build it anymore? Not too many of us, right? You know, what can we do to increase our customer base and our average order size and our earnings and our downline? You've heard me talk a lot about prospecting, canvassing, doing events, tables, fairs, talking to people, advertising, the follow-up, and how important it is. But you can't follow up if you haven't asked for the contact information. So, and that's pretty basic, right? For some of us, yes, it comes very easy. For others, not so much. And sometimes I forget that in the beginning, I struggled too, you know, standing in the schoolyard with 5 Avon brochures in my bag that I put there intentionally that I wanted to give to the other moms while we're standing there waiting for the boys to get out of school. And how many times I stood there talking. These are my friends. These are people that I talk to all the time. But I couldn't bring myself to take the books out of my bag and say, I have an Avon brochure. Some of them knew I was selling Avon, but I never really offered them a brochure. I was scared. Why? I still to this day have no idea what I was scared of. I don't know if I was afraid they were going to tell me no. I don't know if I was afraid they were going to tell me yes. I don't know if I was afraid they thought I was going to be pushy. Maybe I was afraid of looking stupid. I don't know. But I was afraid just to take the books out of my bag and say I brought new Avon brochures. I don't know what was so scary about it. But the day that I did finally take those books out of the bag and hand them to the ladies, it was great. It was great. A couple of them had horses, and they needed the skin so soft because y'all know that, and there's a lot of horse farms around here, but they mix it with the, they dilute it with the water. Sometimes they add glycerin, and they use it to keep the black flies and stuff away from the horses. They love it. So a couple of them had horses. They needed the Skin So Soft. One of the moms loved the bubble bath. She ordered that right there on the spot. Another one of the moms worked in a nursing home, and they had an Avon representative upstairs, but a lot of the people that worked there didn't really care for the lady. So she took one of my brochures, a couple of the brochures actually, but she took them to work. And I'm still selling in that nursing home almost 20 years later now. And she took a brochure to her sisters as well, and her sisters still buy from me, and the one sister takes books to work where she lives. They're not even close to me, but I have customers over there that order. Some of them order online. Some of them, they email the orders to me. I drop them off with my friend. She takes them to her sister takes them to the customers. They don't mind waiting because they get good customer service. They know that if they email me, they're going to get their orders. It's not a big deal. So all of that fighting with myself internally, take the books out, don't take the books out, don't give them the books. And I got, how many customers did I get? I don't even know. The Skin So Soft ladies with the horses, the bubble bath ladies, the nursing home, her sisters. So just that one time of taking those books out of my pocket, making myself do that out of my bag, really did a great thing for my business. And I'm still selling to a lot of those people 20 years later. And I didn't really even have to ask for their contact information, of course, because I saw them every day. But so it was easy for me to get their orders. But handing books to strangers and ringing doorbells was a little bit different because I needed to get the names and the follow-up information of the people that I talked to so that I could get in touch with them again. Because how many times, it's a little hard. Okay, how many times have we given a book to somebody and they say, oh, great, I'll call you. I need stuff, I'll call you. And they don't. But you don't know how to get in touch with the person because you don't know who she was. It was just somebody that you had given a book to. So if you had her contact information, you could follow up with her. You could say, this is Theresa. I met you in the parking lot the other day. I'm just calling to see if you needed anything from the Avon brochure I left you because my order goes in tomorrow and I didn't want you to miss out because you were excited about your Skin So Soft. Very simple, very, you're offering good customer service. So, sometimes we're afraid to ask for that contact information. So start with baby steps. You don't know what to do. You're in the parking lot and you have these books. Just start with, or in the store or wherever you are, at your friend's barbecue or the beach or the swimming pool, whatever you're doing. But you got the books and you see the people and you want to give them out and you're just scared to. You just start with baby steps. Just smile and say, can I give you an Avon brochure? That's easy enough, right? I don't know what I did with my cup of coffee. I'm looking for that too. I really want it. It's probably upstairs. I'm not going to leave you while I run up and get it. I could, but I'm not editing this and you'll all just be sitting here waiting for me. Can someone bring me a cup of coffee, please? So, can I give you an Avon brochure? Once you're comfortable with that, and you're like, okay, that's not so bad, and these people aren't calling you, so you don't want to spend too much time doing that without getting the contact information. But when people are excited about it, you can just say, can I get your name and number so I can make sure that you get future brochures, or your name and email address, or your name and whatever information they're willing to give you. And the easy way to do it is to slap a Post-it note on the front of the brochures, or carry around the little contact information pads or a little notebook or whatever. But, get the contact information from them so that you can get in touch with the customers later to follow up to make sure that they get future brochures. Or you can email them special offers through the Avon website. So you'll be surprised how many people really are willing to give you their information. Sometimes they don't. Don't be discouraged if they tell you no. I'm not one to easily give my information to a stranger, but a lot of people are. You're the Avon lady. You're not too strange, hopefully. So now I could call people back and just follow up with them. And the same holds true when you're prospecting, recruiting, or whatever. A lot of times people say, oh, I'm interested. I was thinking about becoming an Avon representative. And you give them a couple books, and they're like, okay, I'll get back in touch with you, and you never hear from them. You really need to get their contact information. And don't be afraid to ask. It's scary. Oh, my God, they're going to tell me no. So what if they tell you no? So what? Then you go find someone that's going to tell you yes. We can't take it personal. We can't take it personal. So, yeah, about the follow-up, yeah. So, you know, we give them the books so that they say they're going to call us and they don't. And most of the time it's not because they don't want to talk to us or they don't want anything. It's mostly just because everybody's busy in their everyday lives. You know, we have a million things going on around us, so we forget to call. But if you pick up the phone and call and say, was there anything you needed? Oh, yeah, I meant to call you, but I forgot. It's not being pushy. It's offering good customer service. It's just good business. And even if they wanted to be a representative, sometimes the book ended up in the garbage or they can't find your phone number to call you back. I had one, this was kind of funny. She had called me. She was interested in becoming a representative, and I called her back, and she didn't call me back, and then she called me back, and this went on for weeks. And we just never kind of got in touch with each other. And I even forgot her name now, but she was a rep for a while. Finally, I left a message on her machine. I said, I don't know how many times I can call you before it's considered stalking, but you were interested in becoming a representative. Well, she called me back the next day. She said, I was laughing at your message. She said, that was so funny. She says, I really just have to meet you. And she did meet with me. She became a representative. She sold for quite a while. Her husband ended up sick and passing away, and she stopped selling and moved away. But, you know, I was persistent without being pushy, okay? And I was told that, too, by somebody that I was trying to hook up with a fundraiser for quite a while, too. She'd tell me, no, give me a couple of weeks. I have the stuff here. I haven't looked at it. So I'd call her back every 2 weeks. Wait, give me a couple of weeks. I haven't looked at it. Finally, she called me after about 3 months and said, I'm ready to do a fundraiser. And she did thank me. She said the same thing, like, thanks for being persistent without being pushy. So, because I didn't try and sell her on anything when I called her. I just said, did you get a chance to look at the fundraising information yet? And she'd say, no, but give me a couple of weeks. I will. And so I'd call her back in a couple of weeks. Just say, did you get a chance to look at it yet? So yeah, the whole process can be scary. But the more you do it, the more you get comfortable with the steps, the easier it becomes. It actually just becomes automatic. You don't even think about whether you should take the books out of your bag or how to ask for their name and number. You just automatically do it. And it's just, then you'll find something else that scares you that you have to overcome. So, just, you know, but once you just start doing, I don't even know how to tell you, just do it. Just do it, because it's not as scary as we make things. Look how many of us, like, God, we made this decision to get married and have babies, and, like, how much, you know, that's a huge decision to make in your life. How scary is that? And we can't even take an AVON book out of our bag and ask somebody if they would like a brochure. So, you know, it's not all that horrible. So I want to challenge you all to take control of your AVON business. I know some of us do this as a hobby and to get our own products at a discount, but most of us that are doing this do it because we need extra money. Some of us are trying to replace lost income. I am, my husband's ready to retire shortly, and I'm trying to pay off, you know, I was doing this to pay Catholic school tuition and college tuition, and the boys all they got scholarships, but they went to private schools, and they took college loans, and I took some loans for them too. So I'm trying to pay those off, trying to get rid of the last credit card payment that, you know, and built up the credit cards over the years. So I'm trying to pay off everything to get, you know, so when my husband retires, we can live comfortably on his retirement and my AVON income here. So that's where I'm going with this. And a lot of us have, you know, whatever reasons we have for doing this. And over the years, of course, they change your reasons why. But we all are doing this because we want to generate some sort of income. And the only way you're going to do that is to overcome those fears, to go out there, to talk to the people, whether it's the follow-up after the toss, because you don't want to talk to people, you just want to toss the books and you put them out there. How many times do you leave books in stores or banks or businesses? But have you ever gone back to the same business again just to say, hi, I brought you guys new books. Did you need anything out of the last books I left you? Or do you just take the books the one time and say, well, nobody called me from there. I guess they don't want it, and you never go back? because you're afraid what? If you go back, they're going to tell you no? Go back. Get to know the people. Bring some samples with you, or a couple free lip balms, or the latest whatever. Take them some of these. Show them the dancing bear we have for Christmas, whatever. But establish a little bit of a relationship. I've had offices where I took books there for 6 months before they started buying. And then the following Christmas, the office manager actually bought Christmas gifts for the people in the office from me, so that was kind of cool. So I didn't give up just because they didn't buy from me for a few campaigns. It took me 6 months. But that office is no longer in business. The doctor retired and they're gone. But keep going, be persistent. I sell in a pediatrician's office now that every time I ask them, we have a representative, no, we have a representative. My kids grew up, I no longer went to the pediatrician, and you know, my youngest son is 22 now, but about 2 years ago, I got a call from that pediatrician's office. So I don't know why me, or they remembered me, or somebody, you know, knew me, but they said, "You're still selling Avon, could you bring us books? We don't have an Avon representative here." So keep putting it out there. So again, I want to challenge you to take control of your business, to make the income that you want to make, to do what it is you wanted to do with this business. So increase the number of brochures that you've been ordering. Increase the number of books that you're giving out. Increase the number of people that you're talking to. Set a goal of what you need and what you want. If you're only ordering 30 books, order 50, order 100. If you're ordering 100, order 150, order 200. They come in 60 to a box, so you could do them in increments of 60, 120, whatever. But order more. Get them out there. Get the contact information, the follow-up. And just do it. And don't throw away the old Avon books. Some of you guys are new to this. A lot of you guys just need to be told over and over again. Don't throw away the old Avon books. If it's 6 campaigns old, just sample brochure, call for current prices, put the stickers on them. Or this brochure may be expired, but my website is not. Go to youravon.com, use my code, the code WELCOME for 20% off of a $50 order for new customers. But don't throw the old books away. Just, you know, and leave them in doctor's offices, places where people have to wait, laundromats, you know, anywhere. Just, if you put them in the garbage, you're not going to get a customer. If you put them out there somewhere, you've just increased your chance of increasing your business. So, what are you afraid of? You afraid someone's going to yell at you? You afraid someone's going to call you and be mad? Don't be afraid. You afraid of hearing no, or are you afraid of hearing yes? You know what I had to do the other day? This was a first in 20 years. You guys know I go door to door, I hang books, I knock, I talk, whatever. Somebody actually called me to go back over to the condo development and take the books that were left hanging there off the doors. She said there was a no soliciting sign. There was not a no soliciting sign, because I went and looked for it when I went back over there. And I did go back over there, and I talked to her. The girl was really nice. She was just not so nice when we first spoke on the phone, but I went in the office and I talked to her, and she said, "Oh, people that don't want the books will take them off the door and throw them on the ground or throw them in the hallway." Didn't really say it, but I was thinking, like, how's that my problem? You have slobs that live here. But I didn't tell her that. But I did go in and I did apologize and tell her, you know, I've never had a problem with this before and I'm sorry. And she did say she was looking for the book and she may have an order for me, and she did offer me to bring the books in. She said, just come in the office and leave the stacks here, because people have to come in and you know, pay the rent, so, or the homeowners or whatever it is that people go in the office for, and if they want the book, they'll take them. So I wasn't upset. I wasn't upset like that. I was annoyed that I had to drive all the way back over there and walk up the stairs and look for the books that were hanging on the doors. that were still supposedly there, which I didn't find. And so when I went into the office to ask her about it, she called her maintenance guy, and he told her, no, all the books are taken off the doors. So that was kind of what annoyed me. You know, my foot hurt, my knee hurt. It was kind of a busy week last week, and I didn't want to do it again. But I did go back, and I did talk to the girl, and I might have a potential customer there. So when I'm back in the area again, I'll take more books over in the office. I'll stop in and see her. I'll take her a little gift. I didn't take her a gift because I was annoyed with her the first time because she wasn't all that friendly on the phone. But just be nice. You know, I've had a couple people scream at me for throwing books in their driveway. Whatever. I'm not the one with the problem. They are. So that's what we were talking about, our fears. And what are we afraid of? What's the worst that's going to happen if you take these AVON books out there? What are we afraid? Like, I don't know. Because I was one that could stand there with those books in my bag and not hand them out. I don't know what I was afraid of. I can't tell you. But I was just, maybe it was just afraid of looking stupid. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to go out there, you're going to find some new customers, you're not going to be afraid. Or you can still be afraid, you're just going to overcome that fear and just do it. All right? So I have to get out of here. I got work to do today. Let's go see if I can find some people to tell me no or yes. All right? Everyone have a good day. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Love you guys. Bye.